farmhouse cheese. Probably the most uncomplicated thing really to make. You don't even need all of these ingredients, but this is what I use. White vinegar, cracked black pepper, crushed chili flakes, a tiny bit of turmeric, that's going to be for colour, and full cream milk, obviously a small colander and a spatula, along with a pot to cook it in. And I don't have a cheesecloth, but I do have one of these blue thingies that you get from most supermarkets, and you will see how I'll use it near the end. Okay, let's get started. Alright, we're going to start off with probably about 3 cups of milk. Let's try that. This is full cream milk. Okay, so that is 2 cups. And that is 3. Alright, now what we're going to do is put this on a medium heat, which is probably about there. Now with the milk, all we're after is to actually get to the stage. Let me just zoom this in a bit so I can show you. Around the edge of the pan it will slightly bubble. It's bubbling a bit now because I've just tipped the milk in there, but it'll settle down. And what we want to do is heat the milk, but we do not want to boil it. And when we get close to that stage, I'm going to show you how around the edge it's just slightly bubbling and maybe a little bit of steam coming off the milk. The last thing you want to do is boil it, because you might as well throw it out. Alright, we'll wait till that happens and I'll come back and show you. Alright, I'm just going to take you real close, actually to the edge there. You can see, and I've been stirring this gently as it's been going, but you can just start to see these bubbles forming along the edge. Now you can get a fancy thermometer and get the exact degrees that you need. However, I don't. I just do it by eye. So you can see that it's getting there. We're not too far away. Like I say, I've just been gently stirring this as I'm going. Pretty close. Alright, what I'm now going to get ready is probably about 3/4 of a tablespoon of vinegar. But before I do that, what I'm going to put into the mixture is just a hint. Probably about 1/4 teaspoon. Oop, I don't know if you can see that. 1/4 teaspoon of, I'm probably too close. Let me just take the camera back out. Whoop, out, not in, you stupid boy. Alright. It's probably about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. You'll see straight away what happens. Now this is just for colouring. It doesn't change too much, but it does change slightly. Now, I reckon that's pretty good. We're just going to put in that 3/4 of vinegar now. And pretty soon, and when that happens, I turn the heat off. It's only on a bit of medium-low heat. You'll see pretty much straight away that the curds will separate from the whey. No way! Yes, whey. So the heat's now off, and we're just using the temperature of the milk to separate. Takes a little bit. If it's a bit slow, you can add a little bit more vinegar, or lemon juice, or apple cider vinegar, lime juice, squeeze straight from a lemon. It doesn't really matter, you just want that acid to do its job. I think I'll just put a touch more vinegar in there. Probably going to put about 1/2 teaspoon. Whoop, that's plenty. Now we're going to have the curds kicking in. Probably end up with about 1.5 tablespoons, but you can see the effect. When you get the acidic content quite right, you'll see the curds and you'll see the whey start to separate. Now you don't need to put the turmeric in, that's my choice. Okay. Now I'm just going to leave that alone for probably about 10 to 15 minutes to let it do its job, and then we'll come back and do the next step. Alright, it's been about 15 minutes, and what we're going to do now is we're going to transfer all of this into a small strainer. I'm only making a small amount of farmhouse cottage cheese, whatever you want to call it. So I've got a small strainer just in a plastic bowl, and what I'm going to do is use this little blue cloth, which is very similar to a of cheesecloth. Okay, I'm just going to pour this into there. Like I say, I'm not making too much today because on the inside need to come out. It's probably got the consistency of well, like scrambled eggs, I suppose. So what we're going to do now is draw that together, and we're just going to squeeze. Like I say, it's not going to be much cheese. I intended to only make a small amount just to show you. Give it a bit of a twist. It's still quite warm. Like milking a cow. Okay, now I'm going to get a small lackey band, or elastic band. We call them lackey bands in Australia. We do a lot of things slightly different than Americans. Okay. All I'm going to do is leave that in there now for about 10 minutes. Just let whatever needs to come out. You can see, yeah, we put 3 cups of milk in there. There's probably 2 cups of whey. Alright. So we'll leave that now there for another, say, 10 minutes, and we'll come back. Alright, let's had about another further 15 minutes. Take the lackey band off. I'm going to show you what it looks like inside. Look at that, oh my god! Someone's nappy's done something terrible. All I'm going to do is break this up a little bit. Okay, now, just like if you were seasoning, say, a steak, is how I approach it, with a bit of salt. Just a little bit of salt. Mix all this in, a touch more. It's probably about half a teaspoon of salt. It's only a small bit of cheese. And I'm using, again, my favourite, cracked black pepper. Can't have enough of that, I don't think. And just a little kick. I'm just going to put in some chili flakes. Crushed chili. Alright, just want to mix that in a little bit. Sometimes people put this in a bowl and mix it all around. I just prefer just to mix it like this. Now, I'm just going to put it together again just to give it a bit of shape. I'll show you why in a sec. Just a little bit of shape. Because now, I've got this little glass ramekin, I suppose you'd call it. But what I'm going to do is put it in the glass ramekin. Yes, I'm going to spill a little bit, no problem. And I'm just going to push that down. And try and put the bits and pieces that I spilt in it. Just use the spatula just to push it down a bit more. All I want this to do now is to go into the fridge, probably, because it's only a small container, probably about an hour would be enough. And then I can tip it out and I'll put it on some crackers and some pickled onions. Not the ones I did recently, I've got some more that I've done. I'll just get a couple of those. And that's about it. So I will put that in the fridge and I will come back. Okay, we're going to have a light dinner tonight. We're just going to have a bit of that cheese, with some grapes, some crackers, pickled onions. Okay, so of course me and my wife are probably going to have just a beverage to help it down. Like I say, this is nothing special. It's just a cheese that I like making, just to have with crackers. You can make it a little bit more moist. This is quite dry, however, I'm going to test. It's very nice. Taste the salt, the pepper, and a little bit of chilli. Not much, just a little bit of taste. So like I said, you can make this a bit firmer by not taking as much whey out as I did. But really, it's not going to be a bad snack. Well, thanks for joining, and until next time, bye bye.